Hey queens, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Sexiest in the City podcast. I am your host, Fatima Z-Win. Okay, so let's jump right into today's episode. Let's talk about dopamine, you guys. Dopamine is the feel-good chemical in your body. That is what we need to know about dopamine. And when you feel good, it keeps you motivated and driven in life. So when you're having a cycle of having like this false dopamine constantly, you burn out faster and then you want more of the same thing. So if you're eating junk food, you're going to want more sweets, more sugary foods. Or if you are on social media, you're going to want to doom scroll a little bit longer. That's why whenever you have these false dopamine, you don't actually get any progress because it keeps you wanting more and never keeps you satisfied. And it's a short-term form of reward, and that's why you don't get long-term results with fake dopamine. And so I think in order to have a healthy balance, you have to make it a habit to have like healthy dopamines in your everyday life. And so I came up with 20 ways. I'm going to jump right into it, but I just wanted to tell you guys the importance of having real dopamine, because when you have real dopamine, unlike fake dopamine where you burn out quickly, it's short term and you're never satisfied with it, real dopamine keeps you motivated long term. Like you see long term success. Instant gratification versus actually having to wait for your rewards to happen. It's like the same thing with the gym. Like if you eat healthy, most of the time when you look in the mirror, you're not going to see the results that you want. But if you want sweets or a fucking candy bar and shit, you're going to get them sweets instantly. And so that's the difference between instant gratification and something where you have to wait long term, but the results will be worth it. Real dopamine provides long-term motivation. It's long-term, right? Fake dopamine is just quick, short-term, easy rewards, but you're never going to be satisfied. You're always going to be more. But whenever you have long-term results, you keep being motivated to go harder and harder because you know that at the end of the day, you might not see results instantly, but in the long term, you will see results in your life. So that is the importance of dopamine, you guys. It really does control the way you feel in your body and what keeps you motivated and driven every single day in your personal life, in your spiritual life, and in everything that you do. So it's really important to sit down and actually find a way to have healthy dopamine. And I think like when you have fake dopamine, it does lead to anxiety. It does lead to depression. Like you might think in the moment it's helping you fill this void. Like if you're bored and you want to doom scroll for a long time, or if you're hungry and you just want a quick snack, like in the moment you feel good, but I think in the long term your mental health does get affected by it because you just feel like your life is out of control and out of your own hands because you are kind of like addicted to these things. I think like a lot of the things that are fake dopamine can be kind of addictive, you know what I'm saying? Like if you really think about it, social media or like junk food can be really negative and an addictive cycle in itself. Natural dopamine is like you actually have to work for that shit and you're gonna see long-term results. But fake dopamine, it's quick, it's instant, and long-term results whenever you're actually setting intention and doing these things, it does better your life in the long run. And these are habits that create successful queens, successful baddies. So let's jump right into the first dopamine, you guys. So number one is discovering new music or listening to music in general. What music does to me, I think music is very healing. In my lowest moments, when I'm hearing a song, it really does bring me back. Whenever I need that extra boost of energy, I do listen to music, especially when it's new. I think that like activates the novelty effect in your brain where it's like, oh my God, this is new and exciting, and like, really does uplift your spirit, uplift your mood. And that's to me is the simplest way to get dopamine. Just putting on a song that you really love, or even discovering a new song and you're like, okay, wait, this is a banger. This is going on the motherfucking playlist. When you're getting ready, when you're going on a walk, or like just that quick boost of energy. Like to me, music is the number one. I love music. I don't even know what the fuck I would be. Like I don't know how the fuck I would be if we lived in a world where we did not have music. Like that to me is insane. Like I literally think I would go insane. I love music. I love what music does to me. I love how it boosts my energy and it makes me feel like I'm in that groove. I'm in that flow state. Number one on how to get instant dopamine. Number two is sunlight. Vitamin D does actually give you that boost of energy by providing serotonin into your body. So I do think like going out, even if it's for 10 minutes, like actually just sitting down and feeling that sun on your body. Like I could not imagine sitting down running in like a dark room. To me, that's already like that's a sign of depression. Like I feel like if you're in the dark room, you know, we off in the corner, like that's already to me genuinely a sign of depression. So you kind of want to get out of your cave and just go out and touch some grass and just feel the sun touch your skin, and what it actually does to your actual body, you know what I'm saying? instant motherfucking dopamine, especially in seasonal depression. They'll always tell you. My doctor at one point, I had to get prescribed to vitamin D supplements because I was low on vitamin D. When I started taking the vitamin D supplements daily, or I think it was like every Tuesday or something like that, right? When I started doing that, and after 6-7 weeks, my vitamin D levels went up and I physically felt my energy and my mood go up. So I do think going out and getting natural vitamin D, like of course they have supplements, but of course you want to do it the natural way, right? When you actually go out and get vitamin D, it does boost your energy levels. It does get you out of that funk. Even 10 minutes of sun, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be out there frying up your skin for 40 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But if 10 minutes out of the day, I'm telling you guys, you do that for a week and come back and let me know how you guys feel. Do that for 6 weeks and you're going to see instant change. You're going to notice the change. It's going to be a very big difference on how you feel 6 weeks from now if you actually try to consistently get 10 minutes of sunlight a day. For number 3, morning walks or nature walks in general. I say the morning because I do think that whenever you start your day with like a quick morning walk, like that kind of sets the tone for the day. So that's why I personally say in the morning, but it could be nature walks in general. I just really think going out and being in nature and connecting with nature helps me in so many ways. It heals my soul in so many ways. Just to be able to hear the birds chirping, the sun on your skin, you know, just having fresh motherfucking air. It actually just connects my 5 senses back into the universe, honestly, like on my fucking like spiritual motherfucking shit. Like it really does bring me back to my 5 senses and like I'm just one with the motherfucking universe. So to me, I really love to get my 10-minute walk every morning. I think the days that I don't walk in the morning versus the days where I do, my mood is completely different. Number 4 is declutter and organizing your room and like changing up the layout. This one's a big one for me. Physically decluttering your space clears out room in your mind. That's been scientifically proven. You guys can go and do your research on this on your own time. But actually decluttering your space does lift things off of your shoulder, clears up your mind and gets like the groove back into your mind, you know what I'm saying? Because when you can physically get the physical junk out of your space, it leaves more room in your mind for new ideas. And then also you physically have space in your environment. But I like to redo my room. Like if I want to switch up the furniture and like, this is mi casa. Like, at the end of the day, you're going to go out to fun events. You're going to go to work. You're going to go to do your little adventure, like with your little Sims self. To me, I like to see life as like, it's a Sims game, right? So it's like, you're going to go and do your thing. Go to the gym, go to the club, go to the tea shop, go to the coffee shop. Like you're going to do your little thing. But when you come back, you want to come back to your home. That's like your room. That's your space. That's where you come back and you regroup. So I do think it's important to keep your space clean, keep your space organized, declutter anything you don't need anymore, and then sometimes redo it. Like really take pride in the place that you stay in because this is where you rest your head. This is where we come back and regroup. This is really your home, right? And so when you have a clear space, a clear mind, that is instant dopamine. Number 5, talking to a close loved one. To me, for the longest time, I thought that I had to actually separate myself from people because I had to like focus on building a better life for myself. And I thought that sometimes if you're in the wrong groups of people, it could be a distraction. So I'm like the type of person that I love people so hard that I won't be able to see if they're bad for me because I go so hard for them. So like I try to protect myself by keeping that distance. I felt for the longest time that was good for me. But I think I hit a point up until recently where I was like, no, like you need to have a village. Like I think to raise children and to also help yourself, like it does take a village. In order to have a village, you need to be a villager, and I don't think you can be the lone wolf doing it by yourself. Like for so long I'm like, no, I gotta do this by myself. Like I can't da da da. No, I think that it is actually important to have people that care about you, that love you, that respect you in your life. And I do think just a simple motherfucking 20-minute conversation, 15-minute conversation with a girlies, and just talking to somebody that you love and clearing your mind just for that split second. In this chaotic ass fucking world, humans do need that connection and that love from family, from friends. And so they think about it, like after you done chopping it up, y'all done told each other the tea, y'all motherfucking, sent the memes out, like y'all caught up, the girls chat. Think about when you come up, sometimes you be feeling motherfucking refreshed. That is a small way that you could get that dopamine. It's just talking to a loved one, connecting with a friend. So number 6 is journaling. Journaling to me has genuinely changed my life. I think taking a minute to reconnect with yourself Because whenever you have all your thoughts in your mind and they're racing all the time, it can get stuck up in your body, in your head, right? But when you sit down and you write it down in a journal, you physically feel like you're releasing everything from your mind and you're clearing that space and you're getting everything onto that piece of paper and you're not like holding all this energy in. You're releasing it. You can journal by shadow work. You can journal about your day. You can journal a gratitude journal where you're talking about the things that you're grateful for. But sitting down and taking a minute to speak to yourself in the journal, it will actually, for one, give you a chance to understand why you are the way you are. Because once you get it onto the journal and you read and you're like, okay, I kind of see, why certain things can trigger me and why I react to certain things or why I've been feeling this way recently. It gives you a minute to quiet your mind from the loud world and sit with yourself and just figure out what's bothering you, what are your future goals, what do you want to do, and just like I said, reconnecting with yourself. And that to me is quickest way to get dopamine, just to sit down, have a conversation with yourself and explore the depths of your mind. Journaling is a way to explore your mind. I think when I was a junior in high school, my sister had introduced me to shadow work. I didn't know what shadow work was at all. I was like, girl, what the fuck we shadow working? But I once I learned what shadow work is, completely changed my life. If y'all are my self-improvement queens, I know y'all are like, girl, I already know my shadow work, girl, don't play on the girl. But if you don't know what shadow work is, that is completely okay. Once I figured out what it was, I was like, okay, now we can get to the nitty gritty. So shadow work is basically a way you answer journal prompts. So it's going to ask you a question. And in that question, you're going to slowly start to unwindle, is that a word? You know what I'm trying to say? You're going to slowly peel back the layers of the onion of your mind. So it could be anything from self-esteem, doubt, family, confidence, or just anything. And you could search this up on Pinterest, on Google, shadow work, journal prompts, figure out something that resonates with you and have a moment of silence with no distractions. Start to talk to yourself, just release, no judgment, nobody else. It's just you and the journal. Have that moment to validate yourself, to honor yourself, and to speak to yourself. Because at the end of the day, the world is chaotic and people are going through too much shit to be worried about your ass. Of course they love you, they care about you, but bitch, life crazy. So sometimes it is your responsibility to sit down and figure out who you are and how you act and who you want to become. Quick way to boost that motivation and to just feel good about yourself, because when you can learn about yourself, you become more confident, it boosts your self-esteem, and it releases doubt, releases fear, and you know who you are. And then when you become that type of person, you attract amazing, abundant opportunities. You attract amazing friendships, amazing partners, amazing job opportunity, money flows. Everything in your life just flows easier when you learn about yourself, you honor yourself, you respect yourself, and you, most importantly, love yourself. For number 7, practicing mindfulness and gratitude. When you're in a low moment of depression, expressing gratitude is just a moment to see what you do have, because when you're depressed, you think about everything that's going wrong and all the things that you don't have. So when you could sit down and be like, I have this, and express a moment of gratitude for the things that at one point it wasn't in your life and now you're living in a prayer that you once prayed for. Taking that moment will make you realize that everything's going to be okay. There was one moment where I didn't have this and now I do have it, and I know in the future I'm going to have the things that I'm praying for right now. So sitting down and coming back into your mind and expressing gratitude and, like I said, expressing mindfulness, sitting down, meditating, or doing something that's going to bring you back to your 5 senses and make you remember that you are the creator of your world, and that yes, you have thoughts that are constantly replaying in your mind, and yes, the world's going to be crazy and chaotic, but you are in control of your reality, and you have the pen and you get to write in your notebook of your life. You get to write your story. And so I think mindfulness and gratitude really just puts your mind at ease. That is very, very important in a very chaotic world right now. There's so much noise, there's so much shit going on. Having that moment to come back to your senses is very, very important to produce that dopamine and to feel good about yourself and to feel more at peace with your life and who you are and everything that's going on. So number 8 is creative hobbies. So to me, I loved, even if it's doing little trinkets. I know this one girl, Brittany Broski, she was talking about how she had seen on TikTok little clay figures, and when she was a little kid, she remember she used to do clay figures. So she started getting back into it again, and it had been really fun. Stuff like that, doing little artistic stuff, painting, you know what I mean? Going to the park, painting. Or every single summer, I love to make anklets. So I'll go buy the yarn anklet stuff from Walmart. I'll go on YouTube, see how to make the little style of anklets, and I just make little anklets for myself. And it's just such a fun way to do something else and get your mind out of the phone. To me, the phone is a big one. Just sitting down, rotting on my phone, it's so easy to get carried away on TikTok and be up on that bitch for a motherfucking an hour more than you said you was gonna be on that hoe. In the moments of boredom, it I think for one, I think boredom breeds creativity. Boredom is where creativity is born. And so when you can sit down and be bored and like figure out like, what do I want to do other than just sitting on my phone, right? Like, let me do like a hobby. And the podcast, for one, I wanted to start this podcast. It's been very fun to do and just to create videos. It's so fun. And just stuff like that, like dive yourself into hobbies. You only have one life, so why not? Like, why not do things? The days are long, but the years are short, right? Every single day, you get to decide what you do with your day and how you can apply yourself. So I think it is important to have those little small hobbies that you can do. To me, depression is caused when you don't have a life. When you have a life, I think a lot of the things like depression, anxiety, it melts away because you are in flow state with your life and you are feeling emotions, high vibrational emotions. So you're not worried about what's going wrong because you are creating a life that is right for yourself. And you know when things do go wrong and when things do go left, it's to get you right. So you don't even really be worried about what's going wrong because you know everything is falling into place. When you build a life, it's going to look like having little fun, creative hobbies on the side. Like, you don't want to just be all obsessed with working and like, you know, work and this and that. Like, go do something fun, queen. Like, you deserve it. Go do a little hobby. Go do a little painting. Go do a little coloring. But do something else than just sitting in nothing. Like, get out of your body, go do something creative and go and explore. Number 9 is reading a book. I think this one, knowledge is power. I've said this in a lot of my videos, especially as a woman, knowledge is power. You will go far in life having more knowledge than you will with your looks, especially in today's culture with the red pill, blue pill ass culture. A lot of it is really enforced to like focus on your looks. And I even say that sometimes, which I think is important. At the end of the day, as with and so out, you want to focus on your looks. You want to make sure that you feel presentable, you look presentable, because then you can go approach the world in that way and the world will approach you in that way. But I don't think you can just have the looks. You want to have that knowledge too. And having knowledge is opening a book and reading. Self-help books are very important to me because you always want to not know and be a student of life so you can learn more in life. Like, to me, I'm very on that. I don't want to pretend like I know it all. I don't know it all. I never want you guys to hear the podcast, queen, and be like thinking that I know it all. I don't know it all. I'm learning just like you, my queens, and I be on the motherfucking self-help, you know, videos and self-help books, and you know, I want to absorb my mind into knowledge because once I have knowledge, I approach the world differently and I do see results. I see so much results. Let's say not even self-help books, even fictional book. Like, I started reading Harry Potter because I never read Harry Potter as a kid. I think I loved reading Harry Potter because it reminded me of people that feel misunderstood and left out. And when Harry was in the Mughal world, he felt like nobody gave a fuck about him. But in this whole other alternate reality, he's like this big known person. You can feel like you're overlooked, nobody cares about you, but you could be, you know, Harry Potter in this alternate reality. And like, I believe in quantum physics. I believe in manifesting, time jumping. So I think like there is another reality where you are the best and you just have to match that frequency and become that character. Reading fictional books, reading non-fictional books, regardless of what it is, always important to just sit down and open a book and take your mind through reading. I think we've lost the art of reading. And let's bring it back. Reading is very important and it does provide a lot of dopamine, you guys. So don't sleep on it, queens. For number 10 is creating rituals. For example, in the morning, I like to go on a 10-minute walk, have my morning coffee, or I'll read a book. Like, I'll add rituals into my day. Or at nighttime, having rituals in your day, and it can look like whatever it's going to look like to you. But I do think it's important to set those rituals because, for one, it's self-care, and self-care is self-love. And when you can love yourself, like I said, you approach the world differently, the world approaches you differently. But that is another way to get dopamine, creating those rituals and not living such an autopilot day of like, I'm gonna do the same thing, or like living a day of survival. Like, take the wheel of your life. I know life is crazy. I know that we have to get to it, and you guys see the chaotic shit on the news and everything, but it's so important to ground yourself for a second and create little moments in your day that's about you and that matters to you. Whatever that ritual might look like, but just creating a ritual for yourself in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, whatever works for you. It don't even have to be in the day. It could be creating a ritual once a month where you do skincare, hair care, like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, or 2 times a week ritual. Something that puts your mind in that flow state and puts your mind at ease and just let's take the attention back to you. When I had postpartum depression, the one thing I learned from postpartum depression is, yes, you're going to pour all your energy into your little bundle of joy, but what about you, queen? Like, when do you come into this? You want to water your own plants because you can't help people out of an empty cup. Just creating a ritual for you that works for you, that you can just get into that groove. It does give you a boost of dopamine because it's something that your mind looks forward to doing. So number 11 is dancing. Like, Okay, so I am not a dancer. Like, anybody that knows me and have seen me try to attempt to dance, like, bitch, I don't have rhythm for the fucking hell of me, right? But when I am by myself, you guys, I do like to dance. Like, that is a form of somatic therapy where you can like kind of release all the tension from your body, because trauma is stored in different parts of your body. I know there's a book called The Body Keeps the Score. I really want to read that book. I've heard really good things about it. But basically, when you are in a traumatic situation and you're always stressed and you're going through so much hard things, and you might think you're over it, but you start to feel pain in your hips, you start to get more headaches, you know, things like that. Like, your body keeps the score. Your body will hold on to stress even though you think that you're over it. And you can release that energy, all that stagnant energy that's built up, and just dancing, like getting out there, like, bitch, I'll be grooving. Like, who cares? You don't have to fucking dance like you're Chris Brown over here, like you fucking Michael Jackson and shit hitting the moonwalk. Like, you don't gotta be doing all that shit. But just have your favorite song and moving your body. Like I said, music is a form of dopamine, and on top of that, dancing, like, that's 2-for-1 special, right? It works when nobody's looking, because then you don't feel judgment, you know what I mean? You feel like you in a motherfucking music video, you like, don't play on the queen. Well, this is for my girls. Well, this should be a podcast for the girls, because, I mean, if you're a guy, I mean, hello. But you guys, so like 3 years ago, I think, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I don't fucking know, I did not know how to twerk. And so I started watching them little TikTok videos where they're like, you have to move from ankle to ankle and shit. And like, now every time I be in the mirror, I'm like, I might be seeing my rhythm, but okay, anyways, that's not the point. Doing fun shit like that, move your body, have fun, be whimsy. We only have one life. We're gonna be only young once. We're gonna have all this fucking much energy only one time. So make the most of it, queens. And dancing is a quick way to just release all that stagnant ass energy and just get your mind and your body flowing and grooving. Number 12 is stretching. Stretching is also a form of getting that, like, releasing stagnant energy. When you could sit down, whether even for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it does not even have to be fucking 20 minutes of stretching. But if you want to do a little quick yoga, yoga twice a week and move your body, or yoga once a day, like, whatever it is, you can go on YouTube, or you could just make up your own stretch. But just stretch your muscles. When I stretch versus when I don't stretch, big difference. Like, I literally feel so much more energized when I actually stretch my muscles, and I feel like all the stagnant energy from my body, like, I just stretch, girl. Stretching is very important. And even when you're older, you want to have mobility. When you're older, you don't want to be having a lot of problems with your joints and shit like that. So it's very important to stretch for your physical health, and of course for your spiritual and mental health as well. This one is a big one, especially in this modern day age, and it's digital detox. Like, I cannot stress how many times I felt so consumed by my phone to where I literally felt like a fucking addict. Like, I'm literally itching, like, where the fuck is my phone at? But when you can put down the phone, you feel free for that second. You're like, okay, hold up, fuck this phone, fuck the noise on the phone. Let me get back into my mind. Let me get back into my body. And that to me is the quickest, to me, out of this whole list, that's like the biggest, like, dopamine detox and dopamine regainer, bitch. Like, you know, your phone has things in it that is false dopamine that I was telling you guys about, right? So when you can put down the phone, you remove that false dopamine, and then you feel that refreshing, like, I'm free feeling. And I think that feeling is natural dopamine. And you feel like you're clearing space in your mind to start doing other things, whether that's creative hobbies, dancing, journaling, all the motherfucking things that I'm telling y'all in this video, you know? But just putting your phone down for a day, even if you feeling bold with it, a week, like, not your phone, but like, turn off the social media, turn off everything that's distracting you that's on your phone, and just go on that digital detox and come back into your mind, come back into your 5 senses, so you can start building your life here now. 14 is going on adventures, whether it's a nature adventure or just going out into the town. Like, it does give me so much dopamine, all my 5 senses, like, whether it's like going out and hearing the music and like stuff like that, and reconnecting with, socializing with people. Just going on an adventure is so important. You don't want to be so cooped up in the house all the time. Like, force yourself to go out, force yourself to connect with people, and just get out there. And you don't even have to connect with people, but just going out and creating like an adventure for yourself, going on a late night drive, or going to explore a new trail, or just doing something else that's not where you're just at home all the time. I think that's really important to get out of your body and to actually have fun. Number 15 is cooking a healthy meal. Like, of course, it's so many benefits with your health and losing weight and staying in shape and maintaining and all the stuff, right? But the process of cooking the meal is the dopamine, right? Where you have a recipe, you get the ingredients, you put your music or a TV show on, or book, like an audio book, whatever it is, and you cook the meal, and then you taste it, shit, and like whatever, like the process and the art of cooking. That was something that I had wrote in my journal, was like, I want to start cooking because we're getting older, you want to learn how to cook for ourselves. And so that's really important as we become an adult. That's like a life fucking skill, to be honest. Like, as I bring it up to be like, you know, cooking is fun and dopamine and this, but like, it is a life motherfucking skill. Like, you want to be able to cook for yourself and for your kids and shit like that. So I think there's no better time than now to start cooking for yourself, searching up recipes. And like, of course, you guys, my first meals, I'm not even the best cook to this day, but from where I've started, bitch, we've come a long motherfucking way. But yeah, that to me, I love cooking. I love the whole experience of cooking. And I think that's a quick way to keep your body healthy. And your healthy hormones and everything is in your gut. That's why they say your gut is your second brain. So when you can keep your gut healthy and eat healthy foods, it'll keep you less brain fog, less depressed, less anxious. So it is beneficial for your actual physical body and for your mind as well. So number 16 is cold shower. This one is simple. At the end of your shower, put the water to cold and sit in it for 2 minutes. It's all about in that moment of when you want to get out the shower and you're like, oh my God, it's so fucking cold, I want to get out. That's the moment where you tell your brain, this is all a thought. Like, I physically can sit here and withstand this cold. It's just my brain telling me I can't. And when you can stay a little bit longer than you swore you couldn't, that's when you build confidence. And I think that's where that dopamine comes from. It's very refreshing. You're like, oh my God, like, it's all a mind thing. Like, your mind thinks I'm cold, I can't do this, but your body can handle it. And then you can handle any part of life like that. It's the same thing with the gym, where you feel like you can't do another rep, but you end up doing the other rep and you realize that it's all just a mental thing. Your body is capable of doing it, but your mind stops you before your body can do it. When you take a quick cold shower, very refreshing, wakes up your motherfucking mind and reminds you that you are in control of your body. Your body is not in control of you. So 17 is self-care. Any form of self-care, doing your nails, doing your hair mask, like any form of physically taking care of your body. That is very important for self-love, and self-love builds confidence in yourself and trust in yourself. It's very important to have that and to take care of yourself. You have to see yourself as a parent. Like, when you have your own baby, you want to make sure that your baby is taken care of. That is the same with yourself. You want to make sure that you are always taking care of yourself, your physical body, and just constantly taking care of yourself, just caring for yourself and showing up for yourself. 18 is working out. Working out, it does a lot for your actual physical body and your wellness, especially when you're stressed from a long, chaotic day. Just 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it don't have to be crazy. Actually move your body, move your muscles, and that does a lot for your physical mind, and it does a lot for your physical body, and it does a lot for your mind as well. So actually working out is very important. Oh my God, you guys, this light is bright as fuck. Number 19, switch up your routine. Like I said with the room, when you can switch up your routine, it'll give you something new to look forward to, and it gets your brain excited to do it because you're not so bored and it gets repetitive and you're like, bitch, I am fucking over it. So switch it up from time to time. Do something different. Take a new fucking road to your job. Like, do something new. Always switch it up. When the brain is so used to the same shit, it gets boring, it gets repetitive. But when you can add something new, it kind of lights up something in your brain where it's like, ooh, what's this? Like, what are we doing, something new here? It's fun. It spices it up. It keeps things fun and spiced up in your life. So just changing up your routine. 20, we're literally on 20, queens. Setting small achievable goals and completing them. You write a list of goals and you can sit there and check off the goals that you've completed. It builds confidence, and that is dopamine. Like, when your brain can see the check boxes and see that you're carrying through with what you say you're going to carry through with, that builds confidence. It makes you more driven and motivated to do the next task. That is an instant dopamine in your life, and that will take you so far in every fucking aspect of your life when you can set goals and actually go and achieve them and challenge your mind and challenge yourself, whether it's lose weight, get a house, get a car, get money, start a family, like whatever the challenge is. When you can have a challenge and have that solution, it gives you that motivation to believe in yourself, because you know, like, I'm going to get anything I say done because I've done it in the past. So I know in the future I'm going to do the same shit. The process of all of that is going to give you dopamine motherfucking overkill. That's like addicting to me. Like, you think about so many people that have achieved shit, they don't ever stop once they start getting shit because they're so addicted to winning. They get addicted to that high of winning. Set goals and you go and get those goals done. You just build so much confidence in yourself, and you see how your life changes because you start to build this life for yourself through all these goals that you're achieving. That is literally 20 natural ways to get dopamine, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I post every single Thursday, and if you guys are on the YouTube app, you can also listen on Spotify and podcasts. I will put the links down below. And if you guys are on the Spotify and podcast apps, give this a 5-star rating, queens. And I think that we can also follow on Spotify and podcasts. I'm not sure how it all works, but also follow my queens. But yes, you guys, I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week, and I will see you guys next week. Mwah. Peace and love. Bye, queens.